Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this reading. This reading is a weekly reading, which is from Monday to Thursday, and it's for June, I think 8th, June 8th to the 11th, 2026, for the whole collective. I hope you'll enjoy this reading, my dear viewers. I hope it lets you know what's happening, what's coming, what's going on this week. If it wants to tell you further, and sometimes these readings do, they tell you as far as they like to, no matter what we say. So I hope you'll enjoy the reading. I do want to send my best wishes to each and every one of you, my regards and my gratitude for all your support. I also like to take this opportunity to wish happy occasions, whether it's birthday, engagements, any celebration. I wish you the best of the best in every celebration for this week. And for those of you who are going through losses and pain, I do send my best wishes to you and my support and my prayers with each and every one of you, my good intentions to each and every one of you. Now, my dear viewers, I will start by taking the first and the most important message of all, and it says acceptance. Acceptance is a very important factor. Accepting a situation is actually not putting up with it, but accepting it for what it is. That's the only way to have inner peace. Otherwise, it becomes a turmoil within, a constant battle that keeps you in limbo. So accepting situations the way they are can help you heal. Sometimes forgiveness is the best way to do it. Forgiving a situation or someone in order to have your inner peace. Let's see what the card says. It says, see yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. Now, sometimes it's easily said than done. In some cases, it might be so difficult, especially if you're dealing with difficult people. But overall, trying your best to accept the situation is the only way to go ahead without turmoil. Let's take on two more messages for everyone. The truth for the collective. Grace. You are in grace and you are protected. There's going to be a lot of success coming your way. There is, however, I can see there is one challenge that many of you are going through, but you are in grace and you are protected. Maybe it's part of your karmic chain that you have to go through it for a little bit longer, but you will overcome this, that's for sure. The next one, it shows that you need to be in stillness and meditate. Perhaps in meditation, you'll be able to understand further. It does say reflection, taking time out and thinking about things, asking all kinds of questions. And the great news is there is going to be healing. Healing is coming, especially those of you who are having issues with family. There's family problems here. And it looks to me like there could be a situation that's going to heal situation. This could be to do with three. There's double three. There could be three people causing this. This could be a triangle where there may be issues. But I feel like it might be healing soon. We'll find out more and see what else is there for you to know for this week. Maybe they'll tell us a little bit extra. The truth for everyone. This is for the collective. Of course, seeing your general reading will make it very specific for you. The truth, and we're going to take one. I forgot to say two, so I'll take another one. And you have the Emperor, and the Emperor shows that you will be empowered and you are going to have a victory. There's a lot of money coming your way very soon when a chapter ends. You see that? And the sun is shining in your path. I love that for you. That answers a lot of questions, especially the fact that you are overcoming a challenge, because over here with the Chariot, you will overcome a challenge and you are going to be victorious. There is a lot of money coming and there is a chapter ending, a karmic chapter, something that is going to leave you an end of a chapter where the sun will be shining and bringing you a lot of luck. There is a major rise in your money, and this is where you play the lotto or the lottery, because we have a victory here, overcoming obstacles by a victory, where there's going to be a major rise in your money. So play the lotto or the lottery, that could be the one. Now also we've got the Emperor, which is about power and being an authority. Now sometimes this could be also connected to someone that's got Aries in them. You could be dealing with someone that's Aries. That might be a little bit difficult, but it could be coming to an end. The Emperor also is about being in power, being given authority, because always Aries, they always have great positions. There could be a position of authority, leadership offered to you that you won't be able to refuse. But there is also empowerment, because the Emperor is absolute power and glory. So that's the Emperor. And we've got, of course, the Chariot, which is overcoming challenges and becoming victorious. It is connected to Cancer, those of you who are dealing with Cancer. Okay, so we have got a fair idea what's happening here. I'll just put this there like that. And now I'm going to take some tea leaves and see what else for the collective this week. Okay, the owl shows that there could be someone leaving your life, and this, which is connected to the Ten of Swords, somebody could be passing with the owl. And also the owl is about great news and wisdom. So that's very interesting. Okay, there's another one. Let's have a look at the second. Oh, by the way, what does it say here, the owl? It says, good advice from a wise person. Sometimes I forget to read the tea leaves. Okay. A man. Now, this could be a man, or it could be someone. Doesn't have to be gender, a man. But there could be a masculine energy that you'll be dealing with, or in a relationship. Or it could be just someone that's very masculine energy. Okay, so that is that. We need two more. Oh, thank you. That's perfect. And guess what we got? How amazing. We got the Sun again. And I love this for you. First, let's talk about the dragon quickly. The dragon is about power. It's connected to the Chinese year of the dragon. Those of you born or dealing with someone born in the dragon, it is about power, and it is about being cautious, how to use the power, how it's not misused in any way. You could be dealing with someone difficult that could be born the Chinese year of the dragon, or you could be yourself a dragon and dealing with finding out the truth. This card here also is connected to Virgo, which I had to tell you that. It says, beware of self-delusion. Don't delude yourself in thinking something which isn't real, because you need to know where you stand, and reality is very important, because you are in search of reality here with the Hermit. The sunrise is all about the sun shining in your path twice in your reading. This is magic. I'll tell you why. A stranger is going to change your life. There's abundance coming in different areas of your life. You'll be so abundant and so incredibly overwhelmed with abundance and happiness and starting fresh, and someone incredible changing your life, and emotional fulfillment in so many areas, and healing. Healing for those of you who haven't been well. You are going to heal. There's a lot of healing taking place here. Very important. Okay, so that is great. The sun. I'll put the sun over here. So, okay, that's excellent. Now we're going to take two messages from another deck to see what else is there. The truth for the collective. Okay, so it looks like something has reached an impasse, and it's out of your hands. It's something that is gonna end. Now, for those of you who are having issues, as you know, I'm open now for readings, private readings, personal readings. You can take advantage of it now before it closes. It'll be just for a few months, and then I'm stopping it. I can't do it continuously. I'll be just helping some of those of you who are chosen to really need help, because that's what I've been told. Some chosen ones are in need of help, and they're going to be sent through to me. Take advantage of it. Don't think it's going to be there for too long and you'll use it anytime, because truly it's a matter of the way they removed the initials from the coffee cups. I used to have them, and then all of a sudden that was removed. It's what I do, like regarding whatever comes in the meditation. I'm told exactly what happens next. So I was told to open the readings to help people who are really in need, and they want some of the direct answers for themselves. So take advantage of that. I can see there is a need. That's why I'm talking about it, because I'm seeing there's something's endings, and some of you are in a limbo as things end. But I can see things are getting better. But for who? You got to get your private reading so that you know, according to your year, what's happening this year, what's happening next year. Is it going to happen this year for you? Is this money coming now? Is it coming next year? All of that. So let's take on one more, the truth. For the collective, yes, you're moving on, leaving. Either you or someone is leaving. We've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about leaving, and leaving a very conflicted situation and moving towards the light. Now, sometimes when things are so bad to the point where you can't handle it anymore, and you're persevering, but it reaches to a level where you gotta go. Sometimes, even when it comes to families, right? And I've seen this in my life so many times, even if it comes to in regard to families, and it's becoming unbearable, you've just got to go. You've got to pack and go and live a life of peace, Peace is very important. And some of you have to be very cautious when it comes to someone. Now, it could be male or female. I do feel like there is someone here that is needed to be removed from your life, and they are getting removed, or you're leaving because it's becoming unbearable. This is about something that's unbearable. It's not like the Eight of Cups where you're sad and leaving. This is conflict to the highest level where you got to run, you got to go, leave your home and go somewhere else. So very interesting. For those of you who are going through this kind of turmoil, reach out to me. I will give you a priority. Especially if you are in pain and in agony and you got to leave a place where you don't want to leave. I will do my best to serve everybody. I will do my best. Now, moving on to the next level. We did this and we did that, and now we got to do this. What else? Okay, so we got the manifestation of money and also the seeing things. Remember how we talked about the hermit, which is searching for the truth, what to do when there is a conflicted situation where something is out of your hands. Everything you're doing, it can't work anymore. It becomes out of your hand. That's when you reach out for help. And it looks to me like you are going to be shown the way. So that is wonderful. There is going to be a way out, and you're going to be shown the way. And that's what the Six of Swords is all about, moving towards the light and out of this conflicted situation. There may be a managerial position also offered to you in regard to work, high ranking. Visibility, finally having transparency and knowing everything that you are reflecting to find out, asking all kinds of questions, wanting some truth. That's going to be revealed to you. So that's very good. And then finally, and you can do that with the readings too. When you keep meditating and trying to get answers and you can't, that's when you reach out to me. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing all the readings here absolutely free for you guys. But if you want something to know, like direct and to the point and all about you, reach out in regard to questions, like 2-3 questions, and you can get a direct, perfect answer in regard to you. And if it's about somebody else involved, you've got to give me their date of birth also and their first name, so I can work only first names, no second name, just the first name and the date of birth, so I can work out exactly what the outcome will be and when. Okay. Now, overflowing prosperity is going to be there. Prosperity is destined and imminent. You've got it with the sun. You've got it with the Seven of Pentacles, which means 7 of Pentacles means a lot of money is coming to you. It means you've got to be patient. It means you've got to invest it with a lot of thought. You've got to put a lot of thought into it. You've got to plan it well and not to rush straight away by something. Just slowly think about things, investigate, find out, use all means, AI or any kind of AI, whichever, and find what the best course of action is before you take action. The other factor is your accounts are going to be full, so there's plenty of money coming, a lot of overflowing prosperity, not just prosperity. And some of you are going to be buying a business, some of you might be traveling, but there's a lot of fulfillment with the Golden Cup, very important. Now, there is another factor about the candle, which I didn't mention, I forgot to mention. There is also a side hustle, a new source of income is also possible from here. A side hustle some of you might consider doing, so that works out well. And some of you might be starting this life, this overflowing prosperity, once you leave this complicated situation. Now I'm going to take 2 messages from another deck and see what else is there for you, my dear viewers. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the balance, but there was the 2 rings were about to come out and they didn't. Let's have a look. The truth for the collective. Okay, so we got Venus instead. How amazing. So the 2 rings is about engagement. It's about contracts. It's about agreement, right? Love or money. And guess what came? Venus. Now, Venus is the goddess of love and money. Money and abundance. Let's prove it to you. Abundance. There it is. And what did I say next? Love. There should be love there. Grace, charm, beauty, attraction. Love has got to be there. That's what Venus is all about. Happiness. Okay, so they've called it happiness. Happiness, love. There it is. Sorry, love. It's because that's what Venus is all about. It's the ruler of Taurus and Libra. It is all about money, and it's all about abundance, and it's all about love and attraction and happiness. All of that is coming your way. All of it. It could be coming from a Taurus Libra, by the way. That is possible. Depends what your sign is. And if you want to know further about this, this is important that has come. Use your general reading to go and have a look and see what is coming, because lately I've been doing the general reading, especially the one that I did for June. It was all about Taurus Libra was very strong for many signs, but I don't remember which signs. By the way, this shouldn't be here. This was a mistake. Okay, so now moving on. This card is only to do with Venus. It is also to do with the Empress, and the Empress is a very loving, nurturing energy. Someone wonderful is entering your life. A lot of nurturing energy from the heavens to help you, guide you through this complication and give you the power of happiness, wealth, healing, victory, and overcoming a lot of problems, and a lot of nurturing and overflowing prosperity. It is also going to give you structure. Now, this is especially those of you who are dealing with family. 3 is all over the place. I keep talking about 3. This is also 3. And then we've got the change that's coming. It's going to bring you balance, and it's going to center you. You'll finally know where you stand, especially when you're leaving. There is awakening, and there is, you're integrating opposing energies together. So whatever there is, some sort of duality or something that you're dealing with, is going to be removed, and you are going to be feeling more complete. You're going to feel just right, and your well-being also, your health is going to be improving with the change you make. Remember that, okay? And that's happening within 5, I would say 5 weeks, and May here very strong. 3 to 5 weeks or 3 to 5 months happening for the collective. And now we move on to clarifications. Let's clarify and see what's going on. Let's see why you're leaving. I feel like you're leaving because you're going to rest from a major conflicted situation. But let's see the 6 of Swords for the collective. Right, oh my God, I love synchronicities, love them. That's the 6 of Swords. This is the 6 of Swords, and this is the 6 of Swords. Something spiritual is making you leave. That's the answer. Something incredible, and your intuition must have been telling you. You must have felt it. Something big is happening, and you're leaving. Something major. And in some cases, could be the passing of someone in some cases, because we've got the owl. But there is something spiritual happening. It's so big, it's so major that you are actually leaving towards the towards the light, and leaving something conflicting. So that explains why you're leaving. Something spiritual is taking place. It is part of your destiny, and it could be in connection to someone of earth energy. Now, this earth energy might be someone that might have Virgo in them. They could be Taurus, and they can also be Capricorn. So earth energy could be in regard to earth energy, but it is an end of a chapter, end of a very karmic chapter. Something is ending, horrifically ending. It's time for it to end, because a new beginning is coming. Now let's have a look at the 2 of Swords, why it's out of your hands and you've reached an impasse. And what is that all about? For some, it could be just, it isn't. It's about an ending. An absolute ending that's destined to end. Something is coming to an end, and there's transforming you to a better position. I told you that there is a possibility of passing with the owl and the death card now in the reading. But for many of you, you are going to be empowered by this ending, because this ending was taking a lot out of you. Power and glory comes to you like magic. Things are going to fall into place for you, and you are going to be very much empowered. I love that for you. At the same time, wealth, abundance is on its way to you. Just like it says over here with this card here. Just like it said that there'll be a lot of overflowing abundance coming your way. It's going to be all over the place for you. That is very much so. You're going to be living a life of luxury, a life of wealth, a life of abundance, a life of glory, not needing for anything, and having a lot of money. Absolutely. So that is fantastic. Okay. And that explains that part here. Now, moving on to the next level, I'm going to clarify the Cancer card, the July card, it's also July, and overcoming obstacles and having a great victory. The Chariot for the collective. One of your oldest wishes is going to be granted, which is wonderful. And there's going to be someone new entering your life who's fire. Yes, as I was saying, my dear viewers, a new person of fire energy. There could be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. We've got Aries here very strong. So Aries is priority for the majority. But you can also, like I said, check your general reading under your sign, and you'll know exactly which fire energy. Is it really Aries, or could be Sagittarius, or could be Leo? Okay, one of your oldest wishes is coming true, is going to be granted. And maybe this wish is connected to this fire energy. That's why you have to investigate your general reading and see what's going on. The victory is going to be immense. Oh my God, look at this. We were just talking about this, and there's a lot of money coming. Oh my God, and there's Taurus. There's another earth energy here, Taurus. Okay. Oh, we were talking about fire, sorry. Now, the Cancer has doubled up. The victory could be in connection to money, and this is about a win. There is a possibility of winning money. Play the lotto or the lottery. Use the lucky numbers in the channel, or just buy a lottery ticket, but do it consistently. $5, $10, that's all you have to spend, and you can do it every month so it doesn't affect your budget. But don't stop until you win. There is a possibility of a victory. A windfall is very imminent here, because both of these came out together. Remember that, okay? This is generation of wealth. This is millions. There is a possibility of winning millions. Okay, that explains that. Now, the next thing, I saw the Leo card, and there's the Taurus that keeps showing itself. Now I'm looking at this Emperor, this empowerment for the collective. What is that all about? What is the Emperor? Okay, the Emperor is, I'll take 3. The Emperor is connected to, and the Hermit. There's the Hermit. This is the Hermit card. This is the Hermit. Okay, so it looks to me like you might have been questioning things about someone who might be Aries here. This Aries could also have air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, possibly, in them. You might be questioning about should you or shouldn't. Maybe it's to do with a job or a business offer or a proposal. Or it could be someone that you're dealing with that is very complicated and is coming to an end. It could be part of this. They could have air energy in them. Or you could be an air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. That's why I said look at the, this is very deep, this reading. So for those of you who are going through this kind of situation, have a look at your reading also. There is an air energy involved. And there's a lot of truth and clarity. The King of Swords isn't just an air energy. It is also a lot of power due to seeing transparency, seeing the truth. So seeing the truth gives you a lot of answers, where the Hermit is asking all kinds of questions and not knowing what happens. I feel like your questions are being answered in this reading, where there is someone leaving in a new life. There is going to be a proposal or a proposition that is going to empower you and bring you a lot of money. Now, that could be also because we're doing the Aries, and this Emperor can be a position of power where you are given the position of leadership or management. And that was very important. That also came here in the light, in the candle, a managerial position, high ranking, management and high ranking position. A lot of visibility, a lot of truth, and someone proposing something. This could be a water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Cancer is doubled, so it could be majority of you dealing with a Cancer. But there is a lot of wealth, a lot of money on its way to you. So that is great, and that's that. Now I'm going to take on 2 messages from this deck to see what else for the collective. Okay, we got 1. Oh, and then was too many. I need 1 more. So we'll put this one here, and then the truth for everyone. Okay, so we got 3. All right, 3 we can do. Now, it does say a heart-to-heart conversation is going to deepen your bond, and you will understand each other on a higher level. Very important. So, discuss things truthfully. Easily said than done. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. A heart-to-heart conversation usually does make a difference, but in some cases I've noticed in life, not everybody can talk about the reality of what they feel because it can't be accepted by other parties, and that is the majority of our problems in our world. I've seen that like millions of times all over the place. Children or pets can be affected. Your life, your love life is affected by children or pets. That is also another possibility. Some of you that may be going through breakups and leaving, and there could be children involved. Reconciliation, some of you are reconciling someone from the past. Yes, it does say someone from your past is returning into your life. Some of you might be dealing with someone from the past, and some of you might be dealing with a past life connection coming into your life. That is also a possibility. Very interesting. Let's have a look at messages from the heart, your heart, somebody else's heart. What's going on? What do you need to know? What's being said? What hasn't been said? What's in the heart? Or what are some of the things that are being said? I'm going to take a few because it's the collective. And that should be enough. This one is the other one. All right. Let's have a look and see if that connects with you in any way. I love the way you carry yourself. I love the way you carry yourself. Very nice. Your kindness and care has changed me. Your kindness and care has changed me. That's wonderful. And then it says, I feel like you can see right through me. That's the heart-to-heart conversation. I feel like you can see right through me. Very interesting. When you are connecting to someone and they can read you well, I think you are very funny. I think you are very funny. It's all positive, so that's wonderful. I like that. Now, finally, for this reading, I'm going to take on 2 messages from the Chinese cookies for the collective. And this is nearly coming out. We've got 2. This is coming out. I have no choice but to take it. Okay. Something naturally is taking place. It's very important to spend time in nature. It says, interact with nature, outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or ocean. This will be good for you and your soul, healing for your soul. So nature, use that. Very interesting. And then reflection. Reflection is this section here to do with the hermit. Friendships in your life may come to an end. That's what this one, something's reaching to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So there's one ending. Whenever there's a door closing, there's another door opening. And that's what closure does. Declutter. Get yourself ready. You're moving out. Some of you are leaving. It says declutter your life. Let go of correspondence, objects, and even people you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. So you are going to find out something about someone's real true feelings. That's why I said, sometimes when people talk heart to heart, it's not usually accepted because they might say something and it won't be accepted. But the point of the matter is there are conflicts here, and conflicts are going to come to an end. And decluttering is when you are feeling sad and don't know what to do, start decluttering and getting rid of things you don't want and prepare yourself for the next chapter, because many of you are on the verge of moving. And the Chariot is also about moving and trips and journeys and moving, like relocation. And the 6 of Swords twice shows there is a chapter ending and there is relocation. So that is the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, my dear viewers. Do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. I wish you abundance of blessings in everything you do. Namaste.